Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Navjot Kaur Kamal. Let's start our today's lecture on encryption and decryption. We would cover different modules. First is what is the need of encryption, then definition of encryption and decryption, why encryption is considered secure, types of encryption methods, a brief about most common type of the encryption methods, and finally the application of encryption. So let's start. What is the need of encryption? We all live in digital world where all our confidential data, our e-transaction, e-application, e-bidding, e-voting, personal data, your family photographs, your profile photographs are being exchanged online, where we are always under the threat of various attacks by intruders, hackers, crackers, eavesdroppers who secretly listen to your conversation online. Then there are various type of the malwares, spyware, adware which keep a check on your data. There is issue of data tampering where data is deliberately modified through an unauthorized channels. The motive behind all these activities to steal your identity, money and peace of mind for one's own odd and eccentric motives. The prime target of cyber criminals are generally finance related accounts, transactions and organizations. So we have to take the necessary measure to secure our data from unauthorized access because it is the top priority to survive in this virtual world of internet. Suppose we want to send our private or sensitive data over the network. There are prominent chances that someone can read or steal our data while sending on the network. In physical world, we lock our secret confidential documents in locker. But in virtual world, how can we prevent our data and information from whom it is not intended for? Is it possible? So the answer is yes, it is possible through encryption. Encryption is a method of protecting data and communication from unauthorized access by transforming the data or plain text into a secure format called ciphertext through the use of mathematical algorithms called cipher. Therefore, encryption is also called as encipherment. Remember, in computing, unencrypted data is called as plain text and encrypted data is called as ciphertext, where a digit or text sequence is converted to ciphertext, which is completely unrelated to the original digital data and difficult to guess. The encrypted data will be attached or equipped with a secret key. Using this secret key, the receiver can decrypt the information and able to read the original data. This ensures that only the intended user can read and process the data. That means for decryption or decipherment, same cipher is required to convert the data into plain text. The science of encryption and decryption is called cryptography, where the prefix crypt means hidden and the suffix graphy stands for writing. So the cryptography means hidden writing. Dear friends, the concept of encryption is not new. It has been used since centuries to prevent the handwritten messages from being read by unintended recipients. The kings used to send their messages to take their messages in coded form. It has been used by defense personnel to send their secret message to other end. An encryption system basically uses two types of transformation: transposition and substitution, where transpositions or the permutation rearranges the bits or characters and substitution replaces the bits, characters or blocks with substitutes. and a complex encryption process is usually accomplished by repeating these transformations in a multiple steps. Let's take an example where letters are replaced with other characters. If I ask you to guess what message is being displayed on your screen, you would say they are just numbers and special characters and convey nothing. But if I share a translation key with you, you can decode the message. So you need to have a key to understand how the letters are substituted or transposed. Let us now see why encryption is a secured and accepted method of operation. Dear friends, like any other methods of network security, encryption or cryptography ensures the concept of CIA triad, that is confidentiality, integrity and availability for the message in transit, where confidentiality ensures that no one can read the message except the intended receiver. Integrity assures that the received message has not been altered in any way from the original, where availability states that it should be available to its intended user on time. It does not only protect data from the theft and alteration, but can also be used for user authentications. Other than the CIA triad, it also guarantees non-repudiation, a mechanism to prove that the sender really sent this message. Because of all these features, it is the best measure to secure your private and personal data from intruders. Therefore, enhances the security of communication between the client and the server. It has almost become an industry standard for providing information security, trust, controlling access to resources and electronic transactions, and considered a best tool to protect your data from interception, stealing and manipulation. There are three main types of the encryption: symmetric or secret key encryption, asymmetric or public key encryption, and hash function, or also called message digest. We would take up all of them one by one. The word symmetric and asymmetric encryption derives from whether or not the same key is used for encryption and decryption. So in the symmetric type of the encryption, similar type of the key is used for both encryption and decryption, whereas in asymmetric type of the encryption, different keys are used for decryption and encryption. A key could be a word, number or string used to encrypt and decrypt, which is a specific sequence of bits that makes these processes more secure and successful. These bit sequences are usually 56, 128 or 1024 bits long. The longer is the key, more difficult it is to actually crack with brute force attack. Let's first take symmetric encryption, which is also known as secret or private key encryption, because it uses the same secret key for both encryption and decryption. This key is to be kept confidential between two parties involved in exchanging the message, or between sender and receiver. This concept is very much similar to using the same key to lock and unlock a door. For example, if I want to encrypt a message that gold is in the wooden almirah, and I prepare a key that gold would be replaced by beautiful girl, is by is, in by sitting, the by in, wooden by the, almirah by park. So through my key, I converted original message, what we say as plain text, into the ciphertext. So if the same key is shared with receiver, he or she can easily convert this message to original plain text. This was the only type of encryption which was widely used until June 1976. Presently, there are various types of symmetric key algorithms used, such as Data Encryption Standard or DES, Triple DES, Advanced Encryption Standard AES, RC4, RC5, RC6 and BOFISH. Although an accepted and simple method, the major drawback with symmetric cryptography is security risk while transferring keys to the recipient, which is usually shared through email or verbal communication over the phone lines. Secret key cryptography is often used to encrypt data on hard drive. The person encrypting the data holds the key privately and there is no problem with key distribution. Let's go through asymmetric key encryption, which is also known as public key cryptography or public key infrastructure or PKI. Asymmetric because it uses two different keys to encrypt and decrypt the data, where public key is used for encryption and private keys for decryption. These two keys are collectively known as key pair. Since public key, which is freely distributed, is used for encryption, therefore this asymmetric crypto system is named as public key encryption method. The private key is not distributable. This key, like its name suggests, is private for every communicating entity. So through the combination of both the keys, the actual data is deciphered. The authentication of the public key is usually done by the certification authority. Although the two keys of the same pair are mathematically linked, it is computationally infeasible to derive the private key from the public key. So let's take an example to see how public key encryption works. Suppose Maya wished to exchange message with David. Maya encrypts the message with public key and David decrypts the message using the private key. You must be thinking how a different key is used to decrypt the message. So dear friends, since the key pair are complementary, so remember only the David's private key can decrypt this file. If someone else intercepts the ciphertext, he would not be able to do so because David's private key is only known to him. Although more secure than private key cryptography, the drawback of this method is that it does not authenticate the sender because public key is open to the world and anybody can send the message. The second drawback is that it is time consuming as completed in multiple steps and the key length of the public key is large, that is 1024 bits to even 4096 bits. The most common public key algorithm is RSA, Digital Signature Algorithm or DSA, and Diffie-Hellman. Third type of encryption is hash algorithm or hash function or message digest. It is one-way transformation. A hash function is a mathematical function that converts a numerical input value into a compressed numerical value, therefore used to map a data of arbitrary size into a fixed size value called as digest. Hash codes hash value or simply hashes. Remember, there is no key involved in this system. It is simply used to verify data, as the same input will always produce the same output hash. It is referred as the digital fingerprint of the larger document. The main role of a cryptographic hash function is in the provision of digital signature. Example of hash algorithms are MD5, SHA-1 and MD4. Dear friends, since both asymmetric and symmetric type of the encryption has its own pros and cons, where public key encryption is quite slow because large key length is involved, whereas symmetric key encryption is significantly faster, but there is issue related with the transferring of key in the secret key encryption is there. So to overcome these shortcomings, a more secure system is devised by combining both these techniques called as hybrid system, which uses a public key algorithm in order to safely share the symmetric encryption systems secret key. For instance, it is practiced in secure shell protocol, which even uses hashing in combination with symmetric and asymmetric encryption to secure communication between the client and the server. And there is PGP, that is pretty good privacy, for emails, and transport layer security protocols, which is widely used by web browser and web servers to maintain a secure communication channel with each other, also uses such hybrid encryption methods. Dear friends, the encryption and decryption of data can be done in two ways: stream cipher and block cipher. Stream cipher is the term used for encrypted data. Stream cipher process make use of bit functions, and it converts one by one character into encrypted form sequentially. While converting the ciphertext, it will make use of secret key. The combination of bit function and secret key will generate the ciphertext in stream cipher, whereas in block cipher method, the data or information will be divided into number of blocks in the block cipher. As the name indicates, the ciphertext will be generated once for a particular block. So, in this method, the data gets encrypted in the form of blocks rather than the sequential conversion of ciphertext. It uses the encryption function along with the generated key. Presently, most of the algorithm works on the basis of block ciphertext. Let us now discuss some of the important encryption algorithms. DES. DES stands for Data Encryption Standard. It is one of the most widely used encryption systems developed by IBM in 1977. Since then, it has been adopted as a commercial standard used for financial transactions worldwide. It is a block cipher algorithm which accepts input as a plain text in blocks of 64 bits and convert them to ciphertext using keys of 48 bits. Vulnerable as base key can be broken. Then Blowfish. Blowfish is a symmetric type of encryption algorithm and uses a block cipher. DES can be replaced by Blowfish algorithm and uses a 64 bits key to encrypt the data. Then there is Triple Data Encryption Standard or Triple DES. The original DES algorithm is replaced by the Triple DES, uses symmetry algorithm. Triple DES uses 3 individual keys with 56 bits each. The total key length adds up to 168 bits, thus less vulnerable. AES, the Advanced Encryption Standard. Advanced Encryption Standard is a symmetric encryption algorithm that encrypts fixed block of data of 128 bits at a time. A trusted algorithm standard, although it is extremely efficient in 128 bits form. AES uses keys of 192 and 256 bit for heavy duty encryption purposes. Presently, most of the encryption projects choose AES algorithm for cryptographing their process. Twofish, it is a symmetric key block cipher with a block size of 128 bits. It is open source, which is easily available and can be used by anyone. Key used in this algorithm is made up of 128, 192 or 256 bit in length. This encryption is found bundled in encryption programs such as PhotoEncrypt, GPG and the popular open source software TrueCrypt. Then there is RC4, RC5, RC6 are symmetric type of the encryption, where RC4 uses stream cipher with a 40 to 2048 bit key and was written in 1987. RC5 is a block cipher, uses 1 to 255 rounds. It was published in 1994, and RC6 is improved version of RC5. All of these were created or co-created by Ron Rivest. Therefore, RC means Ron's code or Rivest cipher. Do you know the RC1 was never published and RC3 was broken at RSA security during development. Then there is RSA algorithm, which is created after the first letter of its authors, that is Rivest, Shamir and Edelman, in the year 1977 at MIT. It is an asymmetric type of encryption and a standard algorithm mainly for data which is sent over the internet. RSA is a strong encryption and hard to attack by the hackers. And let's see what are the application of encryption. The encryption is used for network security, making your browser safe, like HTTPS, which develop encrypted connection between all websites that support encryption. Then firewalls are encrypted. Wi-Fi connection is encrypted if established through password. Encryption is used in everyday actions such as making or receiving a call from a mobile phone. Dear friends, when you give a video and voice call from WhatsApp to your friend or relatives, you must have seen written on the screen that it is end-to-end encrypted. That means no one can intercept your call in between. Then when you are paying with a credit or debit card, your credit card number is sent over encrypted connection. Withdrawing money from an ATM or logging on to computer with a password also uses encryption technology, where ATMs keep your personal identification number, that is PIN, and other information safe by using encryption software such as DES. And when you send email, it goes through encrypted web pages. Even your cable TV signals are encrypted to prevent theft of the services. All stored data in your iPhone, DVDs, Blu-ray or hard drive is also encrypted. All your social networking sites like iMessage, FaceTime, Skype, WhatsApp are encrypted. Even cloud service Dropbox uses encrypted transport. So dear friend, this is all from our encryption and decryption module. We learned different type of encryption and decryption techniques which are used when we want to securely transmit data over long distances so that no one is able to read or steal our sensitive data. It is so essential that we cannot imagine internet without encryption. Although cryptography is ancient technique, but it is not static. New algorithms are evolving with the need of more secure system, and there is always the need of new encryption algorithms. Hope this module will help you in learning basic of encryption and decryption techniques. I hope you enjoyed the session. Meet you in the next module. See you. Goodbye.